This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 4 and 5. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, verse 5, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Right? First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakakadash. Second, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS that do really well. Peace, love, hope, and salutations to the hopeful light that scattered across the four corners of the earth, where Yahweh Bashem Shai has placed you at. Shalom to you, Akim out there, resting your life and your freedom, to preach this gospel, via highways and byways over the internet. Shalom to you. Shalom to Israelites that may like the members of the other nation, but your bloodline goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. If your spirit can receive it, you're an Israelite, so shalom to you. Shalom to you, sincere Akwa out there, you few women. Shalom to you, few children as well. Right? I'm the brother Michael from the tribe of Judah 144. Come to you again for another quick lesson. Aparat Zach, which means Lord willing, and we see some edification from it. Right? What I had just read is from 2nd Ezra, 15th chapter. Because as you can see, the way that the world is going, it's very obvious to what times we're in. And this is the time now, more than ever, you want to repent, because famine is about to be the new thing. Death is already taking its course. It's about to be mass destruction on a very high level. And the sword, as you can see, the modern day sword, whatever, instrument that's used for, killing or doing harm, is being used on a highly level. As you can see, the gun violence is skyrocketing, right? For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Verse 7. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. Right? Yahweh Bashem Shai is not gonna keep quiet anymore about the things that's happening. Now these things are happening. Judgment is about to take its course now. Okay? Which they prefer come. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly excuse themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood cry unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Right? Week in, week out, every day. You see the men of the Lord, highways and byways, different videos, complaining. We absolutely hate this place, right? We absolutely hate the way it's ran in the rulership, right? But we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh that all things is done in decency and order, and we know that the Lord is about to do away with this, right? Verse 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Right? And this is the land of Egypt. Egypt stands for slavery. Modern day Egypt is Babylon. Right? AKA America. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. Okay? And smite Egypt with plagues as before. And I will destroy all the land thereof. Okay? Because that's what you're about to see. The Yahweh Bashem Shai is going to deliver us, right? Like he did the first time, in ancient Egypt. He's going to do it again, all right? But now is the time to repent, because things is about to get very bad. You turn on the news, what do you see on the news? Besides that whole Will Smith, nonsense that's going on stage per se, what do you really see? Death, destruction, war, famine. You actually heard Biden talking about food shortages. You see food shortages, all right? You go to the market, you're seeing a lot of inventory of stuff is running out, or something that was of a lower price is at an even higher price now. So you're seeing these things, okay? Right? Verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishments that Yahweh shall bring upon it. Verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blast and the hail, and with a fearful constellation. Verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell thereof. Right? Verse 15, for the sword and their destruction doth nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against one another and swords in their hands. Okay? You're going to have race wars, different people rising up against the government for, different types of things, all different types of matters. Okay? For there should be sedition among men and invading one another. Okay? And they should not regard their kings nor princes. And in the course of their actions shall they stand in their power. Right? So like in verse 16, as it's explaining, it's going to be sedition. All right? And they're going to be evading one another. Okay? And whatever they see fit to do, they're going to do it. They're not going to regard whoever your mayor or your governor is or your state. They're not going to regard that. They're going to take actions into their own hands. Okay? With it being a food shortage, you're going to have people that's going to just basically come up in your house, take your inventory, best friends, people that were tight friends. Okay? A lot of things that Jake is used to having is going to be taken away very soon. All right? Death, destruction, famine, the sword, pestilence, and Yahweh Shemel Shah is not playing. Okay? Let me jump over. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 17 on down. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? All right? Because it's going to be bad. Destruction everywhere. Chaos, mayhem, you name it. All right? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. Right? The beginning of wars. And the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when those evils shall come? All right? The only thing we can do in these times, the true believers, is call upon the names of Yahweh Bashim Shah and truly believe by faith that we are going to be delivered through these very, very bad, evil times that is to come. Evil meaning bad. Okay? Verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are set as scorns for torment. Verse 20. For all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of their scourges. Okay? You're going to have all these things happening in the world, and Jake is still not going to repent. They're going to get wicked and evil and evil. All right? So that's why great judgment is going to happen when the Hamashiach comes back, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shah. That's why they said the slain of the Lord is going to be many. Many, meaning lots. A lot of people are going to lose their lives for not hearkening to the words of Yahweh Bashim Shah. There's no other way I can really say it. Okay? Verse 21. Behold, visuals shall be good and cheap upon the earth, and they shall think themselves to be in a good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Okay? And like verse 21 is saying, you can go to a store now and you might be able to buy a few things. All right? So it gives Jake that comfortable, that real comfortability mind state. They get real comfortable. All right? But now's the time to wake out of that, man. Because Yahweh Bashim Shah is about to do away with all this. He's about to make things go up. All right? You don't want to hearken and you think you comfortable here and you set here, man. That's just a mirage. It's just an illusion. Okay? Because if the average Jake really don't, but for the for the informative ones out there that really take the time and see what's going on in the world, a lot of Jakes don't want to watch the news. I hold conversations with Jakes all the time. I don't watch the news, man. It's too much killing. Oh man, you ain't seen nothing yet. It's only going to get worse and worse. And worse on top of that. Okay? Yahweh Bashim Shah is not playing. When he says something is going to happen, it's going to happen. Just hearkening to the words of the Lord. Repent. Okay? Before the evil days draw nigh. Alright? I'm going to end it off in verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Okay? You're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna die for the lack of food that's about to present itself on the planet Earth. Alright? If you think it's some type of joking game, it's all over the media. You can look it up, YouTube, whatever. You see Biden basically saying, look, because this whole Ukraine situation is about to be a food shortage. You have food pantries saying that they have a food shortage going on. All right, and they're looking into other pantries and other tolerated, or you can say tolerated options. All right, it's kind of ironic that you have the food shortage and then you have these, billionaires, the Gates and all the rest of them, investing into lab grown meats and stuff like that. So it's like, man, just wake up and see what it is that's happening. Okay? It's gonna get bad. A lot of people are gonna lose their lives, because this is at the end of the day it's judgment. Okay? So if you escape from the famine, alright, the sword gonna get you. And what's the modern day sword? The gun could be an axe, machete, whatever, a cannon, whatever. Okay? So just know, man, now's the time, man, to repent because, the doors of mercy are closing. And before I was gonna, because each and every day, I feel it in my, I just feel it. We're moving that much closer, right? And the Most High said unto him, this is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Most High said unto him, go through the midst of the city thereof, of the midst of Jerusalem, and set marks upon the forehead of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that are done in the midst thereof, right? Everything that's done, okay? Yahweh Bashem Shai hears our prayers. He sees what's going on, all right? That's why great misery, pain, and judgment is coming to this place, okay? It's only going to get worse and worse and worse, all right? All the abominations that's done, okay? And the list goes on. But just know that Yahweh Shema Shai is going to get us through these times, all right? No matter what we be placed with, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to look after us and he's going to prepare us. When you have other jakes out here dying from the famine, we're going to be fed. We're going to have that stability and that state of mind, all right? Shalom.